Jesus is our example. He gave up every right he ever had. But Jesus came to find the ungodly, to find the fallen of Adam's race, and to redeem them from the sin of the fall, all the way back to the original thought that God had about you in the beginning. When God thought about you in the beginning, you were perfect, you were holy, you were righteous, you were in His image. You've been fighting your whole life to get back to what God thought about you in the beginning. Keep on fighting, church. Keep on running this race. We'll soon be done with troubles and trials. We'll soon be done with temptations and tests. We'll soon be done with all of the heartache and troubles and trials of life. We're one day going to sit down with King Jesus, shake glad hands with the elders, and tell my kindred good morning. Stroll down Glory Boulevard with Isaiah, Jeremiah, and the prophets of old. Spend our lifetime at the feet of King Jesus, serving Him and worshiping Him. Come on down. And when I leave this world of sorrow, you need to know this: I'm leaving here just like Him. My destiny, according to God's foreknowledge of me, He pre-assigned. He prefixed me a destiny. And that destiny is revealed in Scripture, to be conformed to the image of His Son, that He might be the firstborn among many brethren. You see, Jesus passed the test. Jesus is our example. He gave up every right he ever had. He left the splendor of heaven, the deity that was within Him, the kingdom, the authority, the throne. He left it all to condescend. And He entered into this world, and He laid down His rights to speak up for Himself, to defend Himself, led like a sheep to the slaughter, yet He uttered not a word. The accuser stood there and lied against Him, and He never said one time, "That is not the truth." When they finally pinned Him down, all He could say was, "I am He." He couldn't deny who He was. And he gave up His right to life, to live. He gave up His right to be married, to have children. Somebody said, well, that wouldn't be much of a privilege if you're God. You forget who He was. Now, I know some people out there are under this false impression that He was 50% God and 50% man. But that's not what the Bible I read doesn't teach me that He was half God and half man. Somebody said, what in the world was 100% God and 100% man? God is not 50-50. He's 100-100. He was 100% God when He cried out, "Come out of that grave, Lazarus." He was 100% man when He slept in the bow of the boat. He was 100% God when He stepped up and spoke to peace, be still. It just kept turning over and over. He was always God, always man. So He gave up. The Bible said, in fact, and He was tempted in every manner like we are. He was tempted by lust, yet without sin. He was our example in all things.